Hello, 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 everybody. It's 17th of August. We have another special guest, Teresa Mendes. We met her just now. She's one of these people that sit in the background, but she's what makes Unpassive strong. And you're going to get to know her in the next couple of minutes. I love meeting new people, and this is going to be cool. I'm going to turn it over to Chris. Oh, by the way, there was a O Ron O Minnow last night. That recording will get out later on. It was really good. So if you get a chance, check it out. Anyway, here's Chris Johnson.
Good morning, Marty Garmo. I love you, brother. Teresa, I love you too in the background there. I don't know that much about Teresa. Like she said, or like Marty said, she's been kind of like in the background. She's been on all the webinars, but she's ready to speak. And I know nothing about her. I know she's very funny just for the couple minutes I talked to her. And she's going to tell us a little bit about her life. Teresa, you want to come on, or Marty, bring her on? Here she comes. Teresa Mendes, the floor is yours, sweetie.
Hi, guys. Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me. My name is Teresa Mendes. I was born in Madeira Island, but have lived in South Africa most of my life, which is many years. I'm going to read this because I only have so much time and I don't want to waste time. So I started my career in the printing industry when it was still a male-dominated world. It was fun and was told many jokes from the men over the years. Some were like my brothers that would try to protect me. At college, we were only four girls with all those guys, and I was the smallest. So I got picked on the most, but in a good way. During that time, I saw how technology was changing so fast, especially when the PCs and Apple Macs started coming out. I worked for some of the biggest companies in Johannesburg and also for a bank in the advertising department when they started doing some of their advertising in-house. Within a few years, those companies all started closing down one by one because technology was expensive and competition became fierce. A lot of people went to work from home because technology made it easier. I saw how people had worked for some companies all their life and thought their job was secure, but were left in the cold a few years before they were due to retire. Many people were left without jobs. My conclusion was that just because a company has been there for so many years, it doesn't mean it will be there for many more years to come. And I encourage people to become an on-passive affiliate and build extra income. The only constant we have in life is change. And I also don't like change because it takes me out of my comfort zone. But the sooner we can adapt to change, especially with technology and artificial intelligence in this day and age, the better off we will be. Technology also helps make our life easier. The way we made up books, ads, magazines, and newspapers in those days, and how much easier it is today, it's amazing. In my late 20s, while I was doing that, I joined the child welfare as a volunteer and was then allowed to take out a mentally handicapped child that changed my whole life. I'm saying child, but she was 14 years old. I would take her out about once a month on a Saturday or Sunday. Would go out for lunch to a nice restaurant where she could eat whatever she wanted. She would tell me about her grievances and I would try and help her. Then we would go walking around the market or the shopping center and then take her back. She loved doing that, also because it was all new to her. She had nobody to ever take her out or visit her, but the welfare was very good and the people were very nice. I never made it a habit of taking her out for the weekend or taking her out to my place, just in case one day I couldn't keep it up with it and she would be hurt. I don't remember ever taking her out all those years when I didn't enjoy it. We had a few challenges sometimes because she spoke a bit loud and wanted to clean the table after we ate to leave it nice for the next people. And people would be looking down on us, and I would try to keep the whole thing together and didn't let it worry me. It showed me how we judge people sometimes when we know nothing about their life. A few people were in tears sometimes when they discovered what we were about. Today, she's cleverer than me, and that makes me happy. She would ask me a lot of questions. Everything was why. And when I answered her, she would ask, but why is it like that? After dropping off, after a day of so many questions, I found myself driving home and also questioning life. I wanted to know why she was like that and I'm like this. I didn't suffer as much as she did. And what makes us do the things we do in this world? I questioned my own existence. I wanted to know why I'm here and what's my purpose if I do have one. Am I supposed to be doing something I don't know about? And life just wasn't making any sense. As I'm writing this, I am thinking I sounded like Niraj when he asks Ash all those questions. Niraj, I'm just playing with you. I like your questions. Anyway, I had so many questions and couldn't ask the people around me. It didn't seem they knew either. I remember telling a friend on the phone one day, there seems to be more to life than meets the eye and what I have been taught, and I don't care what it takes, I'm going to find out. I knew I wouldn't get all the answers, but at least get a few pieces of the puzzle to try and make sense of life. Shortly after I made that decision, I started hearing about people running courses on topics that interested and fascinated me, and went into the world of exploring consciousness, finding out more about the mind and the thoughts and the emotions and different techniques on how to change it and heal it. I did many courses and workshops. I had a teacher from America. I worked with tapes, did courses with teachers from Australia that used to come here and also with teachers from here. Read some books and did some counseling courses, although I didn't really use it out there. It helped me find out more about myself. I discovered that love is the most powerful force in the universe, always was and always will be. And I can change it. But how do we change? And I am responsible for what I think, feel, and do. But how do we change something if we don't know how to change it? We need to learn, just like we needed to learn everything that we know today. And I am responsible for what I think, feel, and do. I do have flaws and will have challenges for as long as I live, because we live in a world of duality where both forces are at play at the same time. And we also need to be discerning. I was working for an advertising agency and decided to leave the industry because there was nothing else I wanted to do in the industry. I went back to my hometown, and shortly after that, my brother-in-law was diagnosed with throat cancer. My sister had to work, and I was looking after him during the day. That cancer got so wild that no person, no treatment, or no medication could help him. Anyone out there witnessing something like that, I wish you strength. It's hard. Take care of yourself and fill your own cup. Because if we have a cup full and we keep on giving out and we don't fill it, eventually that cup will be empty and we'll be giving out emptiness. Thank God I had learned how to heal emotions like grief and all that, because otherwise I don't know what I would have done. Eventually he passed away. The one day a lady at the welfare asked me if I wanted to do a street collection because they were really short of funds. I agreed and asked two friends of mine if they wanted to come with, and they said yes. It was a guy and a girl, and although they never had met, both phoned me the night before saying they could make it. I knew they were making up stories and went on my own, and what an experience that was. My conclusion is if you want to achieve your greatness, don't wait for other people to come with you. The place was at a market that also had a nursery and it was very busy. As I got there, a woman shouted at me saying, she's not giving anything because if people can't look after their children, then they shouldn't have them. That was a blow because I wasn't expecting to hear that. I thought the people would be nice. Some people do give change, but it's not enough to buy much. I tried again at work and always topped it up with my own money, and that is something I would like. I wouldn't like to do again. With Obless, I won't need to stand with a tin asking for money because there will be different charities and projects and I can donate to in the country where I live, South Africa, African countries, as well as other countries I haven't even heard of. I mean projects and charities that are legitimate and where people aren't in it for themselves, but to help others. And many founders will be starting new ones. When people are hungry, they need food. But I also want to support projects that help people fend for themselves and get back their dignity. I believe giving also comes with responsibility. If I put a sum of money in the hands of people that are not in the receiving and appreciation mode, I can do them more harm than good. It will never be enough, and they will keep on asking for more and not do anything for themselves. I also don't want to give, so I remain the giver. I have seen that sometimes people give, but want to remain the giver. It's like I give you, but never become more successful than me because I won't like it. I don't want to give like that. I have been on a few different steps of the financial scale. I've been there when I had money and wasn't happy. I've also been there when I had no money and was happier. My conclusion is that money alone does not bring happiness. Some people might say, well, I'd rather be miserable with money than without it. But the thing is, in this world, in order to feel more balanced, most of us need both. As much as I love children, I didn't have my own children by choice. Also because I was dealing with children and didn't feel I needed to have my own. I also didn't get married by choice because I had a pressurized job, was meeting deadlines, and was doing my spiritual work that brought me fulfillment and didn't feel I needed to get married. I did it my way. I like to do things in my life when I can turn around and say, that was worth it. And ONPASSIVE is one of them. I'm doing it for myself, my family, and other people in the world. After all, no matter what we look like or where we come from, we are all the children of this beautiful planet. And when we know better, we do better. My dad understood nothing about the internet, but I used to tell him about ONPASSIVE, and he supported me and believed in me. I bought him a position just to show him later on how much he was earning for doing nothing. but he passed away in November 2022. He was 88 years old. I was sad, but that he didn't get to see it, but it's life. ONPASSIVE makes me feel like a child with a new life, filled with hope and new possibilities. Ash always said, whatever your dream is, dream bigger. I've had a secret dream for many years that I share with a few people on the planet, and that is that Mother Earth will lead the way to show the cosmos that growth can be done with happiness and joy instead of pain. I don't know if it makes sense, but it makes sense to me. I'm not saying this because I live in La La Land. It might not happen in a lifetime or in many years to come, but I can help dream positivity into the world. Everything starts with a dream. I have said this before and I'm saying it again. Thank you, Ash, for having had the heart and the courage to take the road less traveled to help uplift humanity. As far as I'm concerned, it is the hardest road. That's why not many people travel it, but it is the most joyous and fulfilling one. Also, thank you to your wife and children and all the dedicated tech teams, dedicated staff, and dedicated founders. May God bless our beautiful planet and every living thing. Life is a gift. Our job is to be willing to receive it. Wow, that was fast. Thank you.
Wow. Teresa, that was amazing because I really knew nothing about you. Let me say a couple things. Number one, I would call you what I call old school. You are very strong, independent, organized, and what you had to go through when you first started is amazing. I love the fact that you said, I did it my way. That was wonderful. I like the fact how you threw Ash in there and a few times of it's very hard road to go down, but he's doing it. You did it. And I have to say that I'm very proud for you to come on here. I hope you can hear me okay. You sound clear to us. But Teresa, that was absolutely wonderful. I think you should come out and talk a lot more. Your life sounds amazing to me, and I love listening to stories that I knew nothing about. But coming up in what we used to say is a man's world, and you fought it, and you did it the way you wanted to do it. So I appreciate what you said about that. Marty?
Marty's sleeping.
Hello. No. I'm here. No,
I thought I
my
put you guys.
my
I thought
family.
I put. Sorry. I
My
thought I
family's
put you
here.
guys to sleep.
No. You did
Oh,
a fantastic
not at all.
job. Fantastic job. Very strong woman. You're going to relate to a lot of people.
Yeah.
You're going to relate to a lot of people that watch this because, yeah, it was very good, Teresa. I'm glad you came on. I really am. We're going to do a part 2 someday, maybe a year or so down the road after ONPASSIVE gets moving, and see what's going on with people later. So very good, very good. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
I'm
God
proud of you,
bless.
Teresa. I'm proud of you, Teresa.
Thank you.
Very, very
God
proud of you.
bless. Eh?
Beautiful. Okay, everybody, say goodbye. We'll see you. Tech Pros at 12 o'clock, 12 noon, about an hour and a half. They'll be on the Top Dot Live. I'll see you all. Teresa, thank you. That was a great job. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Teresa.
Bye. Bye.
You're
Thank
great.
you.
You're great.